So it's Millwall versus Sheffield Wednesday. This is the review. Let's see how we get on. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. We are going to be talking about Millwall versus Sheffield Wednesday. This is the review for today's game. And we are needing to kind of pick up some points here. Yesterday we had deadline day, or we call it Friday, because we didn't do anything. Millwall, I think they lost Zach Fleming to Burnley, so they lost quite a good player actually in him. So the team lineups are as follows: Jensen, Cooper, Tanganda, Brian, Leno, Watmore, Corbin, Saville. We know what Savile's like. Denor, Easam, and Honeyman. Robert, McNamara, Hutchinson, Azad, Wintle, Kelly, Langstaff, Empkadu, I think I say it, and Gallen is on the bench. Sheffield Wednesday go with Beadle, Valerie, Awickway. No Iorfa in the squad, so I'm going to take that Iorfa has picked up a knock. Bernard, Matlow, Shea Charles makes his debut. Bannon, Gassama, Masaba, Jamal Lowe and Ugbo. Ugbo starting, which is good. Pierce Charles in the bench. Palmer, Femowo, Valentine, Ingleson, Kabachi, Johnson, Windath and Smith. So it's interesting. He dropped Ingleson. Windath he dropped for this one as well. Interesting. Does he go with the formation he went back end of the game versus Grimby 4-2-2-2? To see what happened. But this will be a very interesting game. I think this is more around the teams that were going to be around most of this year. So let me know what you think about the lineup when you're watching this video, the review. But yeah, it can be interesting to see what we do on this one and how it goes. So, in that first half, it was interesting because it was very stop-start at times. We were okay for the first 10-ish minutes, but then Millwall got really into the game, really going at us, running at us, causing us some problems. Now, some of the issues we were having when we were playing the ball out from the back, and it was okay. It's not caught out too much. It's been a better way of playing it. Beadle been coming up, playing as more of a sweeper keeper at times when he's been at the back. But you're trying to get it forward. You're trying to see what's happening. It looks like it's a 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-2-2. And it's okay. Charles so far has done really well. He's really impressed me. Matt Lowe's done really well. But then you look at when it goes from defense to attack, it breaks down too easily. It breaks down way too easily, and you're thinking, how is this going to improve it? Before we go into that, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm. Sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit our notification bell to let you know when videos go live. 7 PM will be a debrief, where we'll be talking about how when they have been caught in the middle of the park way too much again, where we've got players who have been ran into or they've just done a loop pass. Bannon had the ball and he just got his pocket pinned. Luckily, he got back for it, but there've been very much signs of that. When Gassama had gone forward, he'd gone down at every inch and trying to win a free kick, and it's not going to happen. I thought he'd improved a little bit from that, but he not to be. When they've had set pieces, though, there've been a couple of times where they've had a 3-man. Luckily for us, it's been offside. They have had a couple of free kicks, though. When they got them in, they've been decent. It's been a very, very scrappy game by both sets of players as well at times. But we're having the issue. We had a long period where we didn't have the ball, or when we got the ball, they're standing with the ball for a while to kind of slow the game down a little bit, catch our breath. But like, even when throw-ins are happening, no one's moving. Everyone's standing still. They need to be faster. They need to be moving, and they're not. And it's really off-putting because you can see what they're trying to do, but every time we try and get the ball, they're getting squeezed out constantly getting squeezed out. You're like, right, what next do we have to do? How can we improve the next final third? When we have got forward, it's not been great. When it's been in the box, it seems like there's been a couple of wrong decisions. Jamal Lowe had an excellent chance, got past his man. Gassama's on the edge of the box, screaming for it. I think if he passes it, he could have a shot. But he takes one too many touches. And that's been the story of this game for Wednesday. It's been one too many touches, either in midfield or in the opposition box when we got up there. Ubbo's done okay so far, trying to hold it up. But I will make a change at some point very early on in the second half. But so far, it's 0-0. And yeah, it's not been great. But we'll see what happens. But at halftime, it is 0-0. It could go either way. It's going to be one of those games where it's going to be tight. And it's not so far been a classic. It's been two teams obviously trying to struggle to find things. So far, if you're going on an attacking point of view, Millwall have been so much better. They thought they had a goal. It hit the stanchion and like trickled in behind the back of the net. So fan thought that was a goal. They have been the more attacking team in time, trying to get things forward. And we've just not been there yet. So hopefully that changes in the second half. Where do you start in that second half? Where do you start? Jesus Christ. Looked okay to a point. We looked like we were doing bits that looked okay and then seems like it going. But the word process and stuff like that is something that people are going to get annoyed at. And the way we just conceded those 3 goals were just poor. Just really, really, really poor to concede. First one, just get the ball. It's a good cross in. It's on a little bit of a counter as well. Again, seen a trend here with that. Ball goes in and Valerie's just not tracking his man back. He's not tracking his man back at all. No tracking back. He's just jogging. He's jogging to it. And that frustrates the hell out of me. It frustrates the hell out of me because that's easy. That you don't jog back. You bust the gut. Try and get back. Kind of thing. You try and do that. There was good work before that though. Like Lowe and Ugbo linked up well and stuff like that. But then you just start seeing it happen. It's like it's just not what you need. We do make substitutions. Low, Ugbo and Gasama off. Windass, Smith and Kabachi comes on. I thought Kabachi was really good in the game where he came on. Tried to make things work. Tried to work for it. They get a corner. It's a goal. Goal. Set pieces. We are so poor at. Our set piece play is so poor. Like, really poor. It's the manner of how the goals are conceded now. It's the manner of how we're not picking it up. We are really struggling when we're defending. Like, in the game, hardly any shots either. I know that it's early days. It's 4 games. But with Sunderland and Leeds, you look at how they're doing, you can kind of go, okay, fair enough. That's... they're doing really well, and it's how they come about it. We are looking all over the place at the back. And then the third goal, Cross comes in, it's poor by the Cross. And the issue is you've got here, it's 9 goals conceded, 4-4. We'd only scored 4 goals, and that was the opening day of the season. We conceded 9. We've got a goal difference of -5. And I know we've only played 4 games. But Jesus, that needs to be better. You actually look, Cardiff have conceded more than us with 10, and they're bottom at the minute. Really, really poor. This international window, he's going to have to do some work in it to just try and fix that defending at the back. Just bad day at the office again. There were bits of it where it looked like it was going to work, but the midfield is bypassed completely. Midfield is completely bypassed. And it's those goals from certain things that are going to be annoying. It is early days, but it's concerning that the goals are just every and I know some of you in the comment section are going to go, Danny, roll out again. You're all going to go off the deep end at it and go, you need to get sacked. I can see all the comments already. But the manner of how we concede goals is worrying, especially from crosses, a little bit of counters. It's not good. We have to improve on that. 4 games in, it's going to take a while. But fan base is already turned on some of the social media stuff. It's not going to be great. We got to do better. We have got to do better than what we're doing. Hopefully this international break can help us try and rejig things and get things sorted. But you need to come up with something, because that first game against Plymouth flattered us, and every game since we've been outplayed, outclassed, especially with Sunderland Leeds. You kind of expected that. But with, say, a Millwall, that's their first win of the season. That's their first win of the season. And they've been leaking goals of late in not the last two, but the 2 games before that. They were leaking goals. They got a draw against Millwall, which kind of made them solid. But they got 3 goals versus us. And all the goals were quite easy. They didn't have to do much to get them. So we got to improve. We got to improve. It's going to be a difficult season. If this is the season we're going into, my God, we'll see what happens. But it's early days. It's 4 games in. We've got an international break now. See what happens when they come back after that. But yeah, it's a defeat away. I don't think our away record was great last season. I think we relied a bit on our home form. See what happens. But yeah, it's a defeat into the international break. So I'll speak to you during the international break. But like I said, I'll probably be a bit more quieter during it. But yeah, our record at the minute is 1 loss, I believe it is. So not great.